Dan Rothenberg and Joe Klosik, two guys trying to figure it out. Not the right wing, not the brosphere. Left of center with humor and empathy.
Yes.
Welcome to the Splain.
Welcome to the Splain.
Hello,
everybody.
Listeners,
Like
subscribers.
and subscribe to the Splain. It's going to be a big year for the Splain.
Do it. Get it on the ground floor.
We're ready. Yes.
Yeah.
Get in the ground floor.
Yeah, look at you in the bunker.
Mm-hmm. What do you think? This is my
the Lenny Bruce
T-shirt.
T-shirt.
My man cave.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're
I'm
down
going with
there.
this.
Yeah, because we're saying such dangerous stuff. You've got to be in a different location every time. You got to move
every
around.
time. Exactly.
Yeah, you don't want them to find you.
Yeah, we're not going with this consistent professional type of look.
You're a man on the run.
Different every time, but fuck it. Okay, so what are we doing here?
So, quick check-in. So, last night, San Francisco suffered a major power outage.
Yeah, tell me about the how, why.
So it turns out that it was some substation that blew up, and apparently that substation's pretty important because it knocked out, like, I think PG&E said 130,000 people were without power. But then they also said that their outage map was not reliable. It was probably more. Now, I encountered it. I was in an underground BART station, the Powell Street BART, you might remember, right? Yeah, and because I'm coming out to the suburbs to see my lady, and I'm down there, and all the lights go out, instantly go out. And here's the beautiful thing about San Francisco: like, nobody's freaking out. Nobody's, there's no like, well, we're going to be killed by the giant
Conversations
moles.
continue.
Conversations continue, and everyone's just like, huh, okay, all right. And and then the first announcement over the loudspeaker is basically like, you can still get out of the station without power, because of those, the doors that open it, which made everybody laugh because we were just picturing people upstairs like, we can't get out, But so that's how I encountered it, and at first nobody moved because we're like, well, it'll come back on in a minute, and then they're telling us, the trains will slow down, but they'll stop. So my train pulls in, and like a psych, then it just pulls out. And we're all like, oh, man. So now we're like, maybe we're under attack. And so then I got above ground, and I had remembered, like, on the way down, I was overhearing people talking in the street about the power had gone out at the main branch library. And my first thought was like, well, the Russian hackers are attacking us. And they're like, well...
But you still want to get to where you're going. Whatever.
Still want to get to your... And then it occurred to me, like, they're not attacking us.
I'll get on the BART.
Nobody cares about libraries in America. No one's like, we'll take out their ability to read. That'll show them. Like,
no one's at the library.
No one's at the library. And it just, so I'm messaging Christine, and I'm starting to look around, and as I'm walking, each time I pass something, it goes dark. So a part of me is like, is it me? Am I doing something? Am I carrying something? Like, I go by a Ross, and it goes dark. I'm like, what the hell? So it's, power's still going out, like, as this is happening, and then the traffic lights go out. And that is where the real... like, adventure for San Francisco begins, because without those traffic lights, the traffic got jammed like that. And apparently, this is what I was reading this morning, the Waymos, the robot cars, so because they didn't have the traffic lights, they just stopped at the intersections. And because they're stopped at the intersections now, everything behind them is getting backed up.
Oh, yeah. So that's the beginning. That's the beginning.
It's like a scene out of a movie.
The machines don't know what to do.
They don't know what to do, and they're just sitting there blinking.
So they disrupt.
They just disrupt. They're like, hey, I'm blinking my lights at you, and it's another Waymo blinking its lights back. Meanwhile, go, you fucking asshole robot. Like, nothing is moving.
God.
And I'm walking around out there just seeing it fall apart.
They don't have a contingency for... Waymos don't know what to do with those.
That's kind of fascinating, right? That's kind of fascinating.
Can happen.
Yeah,
it's happened.
You would have thought. I mean, I'm sure it's happened in smaller scale, and maybe they never accounted for. Hey,
it's going to happen?
It's going to happen, right? I'm fascinated to hear as this story unfolds, because now, like, all of San Francisco in classic fashion is like, you know who we hate right now? Waymo. Why? Because they screwed up traffic during the power outage. But we'll hear as the story goes on. I'm sure it's something like, some pigeon flew into an old transformer and something got blown up. But it's December 20th, a Saturday, and that's, the weekend before Christmas. It's the busiest shopping day in San Francisco, and the power goes out. So it's like, whoa, did Amazon make its move? Hey, you could still log on and get that gift.
Yeah, and that's a part of the era we're living in. Is you just ask yourself a question. Okay, is this it?
Yeah.
Are we done?
Yeah. And I think it got freaky for people because it just went on and on. Like, I was messaging Christine, and finally she's like, let me come and get you. And at first I was like, let's wait and see. And then when I'm looking at all the notices that start popping up online, I'm like, I don't think this is going to end soon. So she came out and she got me, and which was awesome. But
that was sweet.
Yeah,
wow.
She's amazing. My baby saved me from a dark town in the apocalypse.
You used to never have anyone.
No one was going to let me come get you.
No one was picking you up.
No one was picking me up. No. So that was incredibly sweet. And, once we got back here, I'm just looking at all the stuff that's going wrong in the city. And some of the pictures are pretty dramatic. Like, it looks like something out of a movie. And then checking in with friends, seeing on Facebook, they're like, I've been without power for 8 hours. I've been without power since last night. I've been without power, all night. Good, now I'm like, man, I got to buy candles. I got to have cash on hand. I got to make sure I've got something. Because the other thing that I noticed was, like, a lot of friends were not checking in via Facebook and social media. It's because their cell phone went dead. So how do you connect to the world when your cell phone is dead?
Okay, because the towers are down.
Well, you just know their battery died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh. So eventually,
yes.
Charge it. Yeah.
But if it goes on, like, this is the thing. Like, the power went out at 3 p.m, and I guess a majority of people got their power back at 10 p.m. So if you're on your cell phone that long without some external battery that you have standing by, your phone's going to die. Because you're messaging people, letting them know what's going on.
Right.
So that was an interesting, like, oh man, yeah. I should probably get an external phone charger just in case, You don't know. And the other, then I'm seeing all these stories today, like, hey, this is the future because the grid is pretty old. We have not invested in this kind of infrastructure in a long time. And now all these data centers you keep hearing about, they're going to be plugged directly into the grid. So, there's going to be more of these power outages if we don't do something. Could be a wake-up call, but it could also just be like, yeah, this is the new normal.
The power might go out.
Go out.
Get a generator.
I'm gonna put a wind turbine on the roof.
Yeah, that's get a generator for your apartment.
I'm sure my landlord will love that.
Yeah, or maybe a glider like Escape from New York.
Hey, why do you have cables coming down from the roof? And why'd you cut a hole in your door for that? I'm like, because I'm getting ready, man. I'm getting ready.
You know what? As you were saying that, here's what came to my mind. I'll be honest with you. For our end of year episode, my first thought was I need a generator, I need a gun, and I need to update our safety pack. Seriously.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a gun person. It doesn't matter anymore. That's kind of how it feels.
It does feel like we're closer to something like that happening.
Where you're just vulnerable. You're gonna you're gonna want it when you need it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to fend off attackers with this.
Yeah, it's not gonna be pretty when I use a gun.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
It ain't gonna. Oi.
Yes. Oi.
Aye. Oi. I mean, that's what, but
man,
better than not having Jesus Christ. Can you believe?
I mean, you're going to go to a gun range, right, and learn?
No. I went to a gun range with my wife, 2, 3, 5, 9 years ago. I don't know. It's all blending. I hated it, Joe.
Yeah,
hated it. It was loud and depressing. And there's this guy next to me with like an AK-47 hobby. It just made me sad and upset.
I know.
It really
it doesn't appeal to me.
It's just
either.
disgusting.
It doesn't appeal to
listen,
me.
I'm not even judging gun ownership. It saddened me. And
you are a woke pussy, so
I know.
Yeah. Well, I am too. It's amazing. Yeah, but you're right. I mean, I think about that too, and I think like maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to like because
here's why. The reason it's time is that it seems like again there's an instability. Even if you're 5 minutes, if I'm sitting here with my family and we're all there's chaos or martial law or whatever, you want to be able to protect.
Yeah.
Family.
No, oh wow, that's a bummer note. But anyway, Dan.
Yeah, anyway.
So
I
thought
end
for
of
today, end of the year, right?
End of the
year. This is a traditional sort of like, let's go through a list of things that we've done, experienced, hopes for 2026. Let's just let go of 2025 in a grand, fun fashion.
Let's get hopeful.
Let's
2025 or 2026.
After just talking about buying a gun and martial law, let's get hopeful.
Let's get hopeful.
Let's get hopeful.
Maybe that won't happen yet.
Yeah.
And what are the what's hopeful for you, Joe?
So that's okay, all right. What is hopeful for me I don't even have to think about that. The most hopeful thing that happened for me in 2025, and I'm going to carry into 2026, is meeting Christine, who I did not think that there was a relationship that was going to happen for me at this point in my life. I moved on from that.
Yeah, you gave it up?
Gave it up. I mean, and not in like a sad way, just like I resigned myself, like that's not going to happen. And then, I meet this amazing woman, and it just clicked in a way that it never clicked before.
Did you meet her in 2025?
I met her in 2024. Or no, wait. Okay. Hey, Christine! Well, she's already ignoring me, so I guess the magic's over.
All right. Well, it was good while it lasted.
We met in 2025, right? Or was it the end of 2024? No, it was
2024.
When in 2024?
Well, I took your class in February.
Oh, that's right. But then we didn't really start dating till September. Okay, in 2024.
Okay.
Yeah.
But 2025 was the blossoming.
2025 was the blossoming.
That's when you really started to settle into the perks and amenities. And
I'm not dating a hotel. I'm not
the suburban
the perks
home.
And the amenities.
That's when you started to
Once I
change.
found out she had a home in the suburbs, I'm like, you know what? I need to take this seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You are in the Tenderloin, Joe. I mean,
well, anything.
That is the opposite of the suburbs.
It is. Oh, by the way,
amazing.
on the map last night of power outages in the city, the Tenderloin was this little circle where the power was still on. So
I don't think the power can go out in the Tenderloin. The Tenderloin is powered by
that's why I think it was
ghosts
an attack
and drugs.
Yeah.
And somehow I can't see.
Yeah. No, I think it was an attack because people are like, they're suffering enough. Just let them have their power. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. All right. What was hopeful for you?
Did you say? Oh, yeah. Okay, Christine.
Yeah.
Okay. My son is just a great. My son is a great kid, and we do stuff together. He just turned 16. We God,
what an age!
Yeah, we run half marathons together, and he's just a really interesting, creative kid. And I feel like I've stayed out of his way. It's the number one. I don't consider myself a good parent. I consider myself, no, really, what is that? I'm the parent that I am. Do you know what I mean? I feel like what is good parenting? Now you got the showing up and the keeping safe and all that. But just trying to, listen and love and let them be themselves and notice when my anxiety's getting in the way and try my best to go, well, just keep that to yourself. That kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
And trust that they'll grow up. And you don't have to hound them and mold them into being responsible, but they might kind of develop values on their own, or take the values you've taught them. And in my case, he's sort of better. He's better than me. He's a better person than
That's
me.
what you want, right? That's what you want.
Right, that's what you want.
Yeah.
So now you can just kind of step back and try not to fuck
That's
that up.
awesome. Man, Dan, I want you to be my father.
Oh. Well, I try to be, Joey.
You do. Okay, all right.
So that's hopeful.
That's very hopeful. Did you have a favorite movie or TV show this year?
Okay, I've been trying to think about this. You go first, because I looked at all the topics you sent me.
Yeah.
It's like a blur.
It was a hell of a year. I know. I do feel like I don't know what the right word for it is, but socially, I think because of everything happening with leadership, right, to not bring him up so soon in this list.
Right.
It does feel like the year was a blur, and I'm amazed by how many people are saying that, and I think that's a big reason. But I would say, okay, so TV show-wise, for me, this should be no surprise, it had to be Bridgerton, which, again, people are going to get annoyed that I'm referencing Christine, but Christine got me watching it, and she was like, oh, you got to watch it. And then once, we binged the first season, and I get it. I get, like, why it was such a big cultural phenomenon a few years back. And it really should have been, I jokingly started saying, it should have been called Bridger Come, because so much of the plot point revolved around these girls not knowing how babies were made and totally going into married life without any information about what happens. And there's some pretty vivid scenes. They're not showing actual stuff, but the guy is pulling out and the girl is like, oh my God, does it hurt? And you're like, what? It's pretty, I thoroughly enjoyed it in a way I was not expecting to. So Bridgerton was my favorite TV show. Yeah.
I'll go with Severance was a nice surprise for me.
Yeah.
Severance was really good, and it had something for me and Colleen and Charlie. It kind of, I'm not always into it had a sci-fi aspect to it, but it was very relevant, and that was good.
I would also say, like, it's probably,
and there's a mental health.
Oh yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. Kind of a mental health
component.
Thank you. That I think it's that's relevant in terms of us being a assimilated whole person.
Yeah.
As opposed to compartmentalizing your life is generally unhealthy, and this was. Had that message.
No, that's a great show, and that is, I think, the big underlying message. Yeah, I would say honorable mention Pluribus on Apple TV.
Oh,
have you started?
Colleen is loving it. Wants me to watch it.
Interesting.
Should I?
Yeah, try.
Right.
Here's what I will say about it, and I've been checking like the fan discussion boards and everything. Started out amazing premise. It's great visual storytelling. It moves slow, but, you're like, okay, I'm totally on board. However, I will say, like, the last 3 episodes, it felt like nothing happened. They're not really moving the story forward. They're, I want to see something, some revelation, something big happen, but very well done. Can't wait to see what happens in season 2. Definitely a big honorable mention.
Okay, cool. I enjoy the morning show.
Okay, I've never watched it. Heard good things.
It's a great show. If you have Apple TV, first couple seasons are better to me than the subsequent seasons because it was initially about focused on the sexual abuse and inappropriate sexual relationships on this morning show, kind of, I think, based on Matt Lauer, perhaps.
Oh,
but
wow.
to me,
Yeah.
and here I'm splaining, I'm a white guy splaining here, but I think they captured, to the extent that I can see the trauma and the confusion of being put in that position and being raped and being... But it was really well done. And done, 2000. It began 2020th, so it had an element to it that has been a little bit stamped out by the brosphere. Do you know what I mean? It was some would call it a little wokey because it focused on victims.
That is
suffering.
DEI bullshit, Dan.
Yes, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there is a spoiler alert, but fuck it. There's a moment. There's a few very poignant moments, one of which where Steve Carell comes to his demise that is very it's just it's well done. And okay, tell me and now plus now John Hamm's in it. So anything with him.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So here's my John Hamm impression. Tell me if I'm nailing it at all. Okay.
All right,
it's a very nonverbal impression. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see if I can get there. Okay.
That's not bad, actually. Oh, my God. That's actually pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's actually pretty good. Yeah. Oh, my God. I see it. Holy shit. How did you discover you even have that? Were you taking
sometimes
a dump?
I get a little bug in me that goes, and I have a little impressionist in me.
That's what. So were you looking in the mirror? Because that right there.
No, I was not looking in the mirror. You step into the character.
Interesting.
And you could. Okay, so while we're on the subject, another great. This is not a 2025 show. One of my favorite. I've probably mentioned this. Ozark.
Oh yeah,
To me,
yeah.
The
That
great.
was a really,
That to me, that's a fucking show.
It's funny that you say that.
That is
because
a fucking show.
One of the on our list here is favorite famous personality, and I was going to go with Jason Bateman.
I love. Okay, so you want to hear my Jason Bateman? Here's my Jason Bateman. Here we go. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Okay. Okay.
That's pretty okay.
That's kind of the Martin Bird stressed out morning coffee. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
I can't do voices though. I can't.
Have you seen what's it on? It's on Netflix, I think. Black Rabbit. Jason Bateman is in it.
Yes, loved it.
I watched the first episode not knowing at all what it was, and I'm like,
loved
oh crap. That's pretty interesting. But yeah, anything, and he directed at least the first episode. I don't know how many, but yeah, I like him. He's good.
He is fun. There's some actors where you go, I don't even give a shit if he's doing the same thing or a version of the same thing. That dude is genuinely fun to watch for me.
He is fun to watch,
favorites.
and I think that he has a great way of implying, like, some great suffering or great, he's great at just I'm very glib on the surface, but the water runs deep. Yeah.
He's a great...
So are we both going with Jason Bateman for famous celebrity?
Yes.
Okay.
Jason
all right.
Bateman.
All right. Personal accomplishment you are most proud of?
Okay. The quick one is I am opening up a group practice for ADHD and autism.
Yeah.
Actually, we have it. It's like huge. This is like we're talking business loans and other stuff that adults do, and it's going to be an exciting year for me. I'll tell you my biggest accomplishment. I'll try to make this quick. I was working with and I won't say anything that where the client I'm talking about could be noticed. I was a parent coach for a client who, you go first. I don't know if we have time for that. You go first.
All right. So just really briefly, I will say my comedy classes that I've been teaching, those have been going really, really well. They've been filling up very nicely, and I've also found, like, I really enjoy it. I really enjoy the teaching the mechanics of stand-up. I really enjoy putting that emotional labor into it because it is a lot, and then people are coming at you. They can be needy sometimes. They have a lot of questions. They're just not sure of what's happening, and I feel like, hey, I'm good at negotiating or navigating all of that. And I think I'm giving great practical advice and information for a reasonable price and a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah.
And I'm really enjoying that. I'm trying to find new ways to lean into that in the coming year.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm sure you're really good at it, and you have something artistic to pass on. So there's a lot of So when it comes to comedy teachers, who we used to make fun of it. Let's be honest with you. Because it kind of can't be taught, but back in the day, all those guys were, those who cannot do teach, and that was true.
Yeah.
There were some, shitty comics.
It was shady.
Being comedy coach,
it was very shady.
It was shady.
Yeah.
Yes. Shady in a lot of ways. There's certain people who remain unspoken, Ermin.
Don't get us sued.
Unspiegeled. No, not hit.
No.
Not.
It's all right. It's all right.
There are certain who. But by the time you realize they were losers with no power, the shit already went down.
Yeah.
And I would imagine you are a comedy teacher with a fucking show with Cobb's at the Punchline.
Right, yeah. I'm legit. I'm actually performing
it.
and passing on that information, and it's fun. It's it's like, look, this is a safe space. I'm proud of the fact that I've had so many people from so many different backgrounds. We've had people that were transitioning. We've had people whose cultural heritage is really, really unique. We've had, so the word of mouth that I'm getting is really good, and I feel like it's not just
really
a bunch
cool.
of straight white guys. We've got in the last class it was dominated by older women, and I remember telling one specifically who was talking about the experience of being treated as invisible in society as an older woman. I'm like, look, nobody is talking about that. You can own that. Bring it to the stage.
Funny.
Talk about it.
We ignore old people. You're just
we just ignore them, and she did it in a very funny and personal way. And I'm like, I love that.
So do you kind of help them get to the heart of what they want to talk about? Like,
what
does that mean to you?
Exactly. The whole thing is about, let's discover your voice. Let's anybody can talk about the usual stuff. Dating is weird. Driving can be hard. What's the deal with? But what is your story? What's your unique point of view? That is fun to see come out.
Very cool. Okay, next topic.
Okay. Biggest mistake you learned from this year?
Ooh, that's a good one. How about you got one?
This podcast.
Okay. Wow.
I'm kidding. That's terrible.
Jesus Christ.
That's terrible.
I think we've learned a little. I want to just call it a mistake. We have learned from our mistakes.
No, I'm just totally teasing about that. I think for me, the biggest mistake that I learned from, so I haven't talked much about this on the podcast, but my day job really changed significantly. They laid off a bunch of people, and I don't want to get into all of that, because if anybody hears it and it gets back to them, I don't need that drama. But they laid off my boss, 2 coworkers, and then they eliminated a lot of what my department was doing. And man, for a good 3 months, I was really stuck in anger and resentment. And was just like, I'm going to find another job and screw these guys, and I can't wait to get out of there. And my job is to help people find jobs, and suddenly it occurred to me, like, yeah, it's not a great economy. And recently, like only recently, right? And this is now 6 months ago, it really occurred to me, like, okay, I need to change the nature of my relationship to management. I need to figure out how to show up feeling good about what I do there and rediscover my purpose. So, yeah, I mean, basically I've had to relearn like a lot of principles that we learn when you go into recovery for the first time. And it's like, okay, I don't want to hold on to this anger and resentment. I don't want to be that guy who's like, screw management. I got to find a way to learn from it, grow from it, and thrive.
Wow. I can't follow that.
Whoa, come on, buddy.
I would say, I don't know. I can't think of a mistake. I mean, there's so many.
Oh.
What I'm thinking about is, the ability to step up. This is something I've always struggled with. Okay, step up to the fear and the risk based on the decisions you're making. So if you're going to take clearly, there's something about probably both of us, but about me, there's clearly something that is not just satisfied having a job or not being creative.
Yeah.
Everything, it's just unsatisfying. I'm bored. I'm still, on some level, Joe, trying to make it, to do something special that eventually requires some kind of TED Talk. I want a microphone, and I want to, and it's not just about ego. I want to accomplish something of all my own. Yeah. Call it creativity, entrepreneurship, whatever. So step up and try to put your imposter syndrome on fucking hold and do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do it. Follow through. And that has been a challenge for me all my life. You make these decisions that this is who you're going to be. So give it a shot instead of kind of bailing or or getting so down on myself.
You know, I used to hear this as a younger man, and I would roll my eyes at it, but it ends up being true. The biggest regrets I think I have are the things that I didn't try. It's not it's not the things that things that blow up in your face or didn't work out. Yeah, it sucks, but I do spend more time thinking about what I didn't do, what I didn't try. Yeah. All right. Okay. This is going good. Okay. Name something you could not live without this year.
Name something.
Could be anything. Something that you really, really ended up relying on or enjoying or using. Something you...
Okay. All right. So there's a number of different... You've got your weakness. Coffee.
Ah.
If the time comes I can't drink coffee, that's... That, I swear to you, that will be rougher than like getting diagnosed with cancer.
Oh my God.
It'll be...
Yeah. Holy shit.
I'll be crawling to the... Okay, so why do I got to go there?
No,
coffee.
Yeah, coffee, definitely.
Okay.
That's a big one.
Coffee. So here's something I couldn't live without that I want to try to live without. Television.
Ooh,
I mean,
okay.
I am...
So it's something you want to give up. That's another... Yeah, definitely.
That's another one.
Yeah,
something I want... I would love to be able to not start watching TV, start binging TV.
Yeah.
I can have a busy work day and still somehow knock off 6 episodes or something. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can have a productive day and
it can
still
suck you in,
watch a season
of
something. Try to, do that right before dinner, after dinner. That's something I can't live without. Okay, you go and I'll come back to it.
Okay, I'm going to show you something that I found that I couldn't live without, and it's embarrassing.
All right.
It's also very dated. Angry Birds.
Oh.
I still like when I get stressed, I will start playing Angry Birds. And man, oh man, I don't know what it is, but about 10 minutes into it, I'm like, all right, I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling like, but this year, like, man, the news was just so bad. My job was very frustrating. I'm still trying to find a way to break my career through whatever ceiling there is. And so there's a lot of anxiety and stress, and I just kind of rediscovered Angry Birds, and I'm like, okay, this is going to help Daddy through. This is what I need.
Nice. Sort of, seems helpful.
It's wholesome, right? It's not, yeah.
You're not delving into some game for 12 hours.
Right. No, yeah. It's
just
very,
a little Angry Birds break.
It is so old school.
That's cute. Yeah. That's not even... that's old technology.
It's so this might be a no-brainer. Name something, or how do you realize you're getting older?
Okay. Short answer. You got the ailments. I run longer distances than I used to. Sciatica, lower back pain, body falling apart, problem with the ankle. So you have that.
Wow. Yeah.
That's normal.
Yeah.
How do I realize I'm getting? I'm trying to think of a cliche way to answer that. Why don't you go and I'll come back.
Well, I mean, first of all, I would say one way I know I'm getting older is this is my video games, Angry Birds.
Yeah.
Right?
That's old.
That's old. That's one thing.
That's definitely old.
Yeah, you know what? It is maybe it is cliche, but yeah, the like physically I am aware of my body's limitations, and I'm much more aware that I didn't used to have them. Like I used to walk all over the city. Like I would walk, and I can't.
It's a great part of living in the city.
Yeah, and I cannot really do that. I feel it. I feel it a lot quicker in like my lower back. I feel it, and I'm like, man, But I also realize, like, okay, use it or lose it. Got to start doing it.
Yeah.
I think the other big thing that really made me realize I'm old. I'm sure you've not heard of this. The 6'7" trend. Have you heard of?
No. So this is how I know I'm getting old. This was going to be my answer. I don't know what anyone's talking about.
Yeah.
I go ahead. What's the 6'7"?
Well, I this is the funny thing. So I'm a 57-year-old guy that's going to explain to a slightly younger guy what the 6'7" trend is. It started. No one's quite sure how it started. Right, probably a bunch of bored 12-year-olds, but for some reason, 6'7" has taken on this meaning where kids will like celebrate the six. People were going to In-N-Out Burgers and ordering food just to hear them call out 67, and then all these videos where people were losing it. So much so that In-N-Out Burger now doesn't use that number. So it goes from 65, 66, 68. They don't announce 6'7" anymore. And when you talk to a kid, why is 6'7" popular? The explanation seems to be, well, we made it a celebration because all the stuff on the internet was stupid, so why not celebrate something stupid? So what? This is some like meta joke about how nothing.
I still don't get it. What are you talking about?
That's
just the number?
It's just the number. That's the thing, and nobody's quite sure why it became a big deal. But there's all these videos of kids losing their minds.
What do you mean losing?
Like they're, oh my God, 6'7", yeah. Like nobody. It's such a ridiculous internet phenomenon, and it seems to be celebrating the fact that everything on the internet is celebrated in a ridiculous way. So they just.
So if you happen to hear the number 6'7", you get excited.
You go crazy. Yeah, you lose.
Okay, so right now I feel old because I want to. What the fuck is the? What does that even mean? Yeah. Okay. I feel old. A lot of I work with teenagers. I don't get anime.
Oh wow!
I don't get it. I don't care. It looks boring.
Does it come up a lot in practice?
It's just
It gets
yeah,
referenced?
it's just stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff that gets referenced. Shows these styles of either art or shows and whatever they are. I don't.
Ask him about the 6-7 thing and see what happens.
Okay, I will. But although I can't, I'm not supposed to be doing therapy for my own bed. So what the fuck's with 6-7?
Well, maybe okay. That's all of our time for today.
I'll figure it out. Right.
Let's
By the
meet
way-
next week at 6-7.
All right.
They might lose their shit.
Generally, I feel old when I realize that there's just a lot of dopamine-based
Yeah.
sort of emotional reactions, emotional decisions people have, and I have to realize, wow, that's where young people are at. That's
Yeah.
real.
That's real.
to
Yeah.
them.
Okay. Two more.
Okay.
I think I know what one of these will be. So, biggest, in your personal opinion, biggest news story of the year.
You go, because it's so. I mean, biggest news story of the year. Everything sucks. I don't even.
Yeah. Well,
know
here's the
how
thing.
to-
Like, I started really thinking about some of these individual events that had happened, and really, it really all falls under Trump. Like, he is just the head of the octopus, and it doesn't matter where you look. Culturally, socially, scientifically, politically, economically, he is at the center of all of this, and I have this terrible, terrible feeling that next year it's all going to start to really crumble. I think we're already seeing signs of it, but the biggest news story continues to be the fact that Trump is our president, and it is the most corrupt, illegitimate, illegally operating presidency, if not modern history, maybe the entire history of the presidency. And it's going to end up being a historical turning point, I think, in American history. And that
and
can
the question
sound
is-
very dramatic, but
No, the question is turning point toward what? That's what we don't.
I mean,
No.
once it's over, I think the things that we're going to learn are going to just be mind blowing. But yeah, just strictly as a news story, it all to me comes back to the fact that Trump is our president. He's doing blatantly illegal things, and then the other thing associated with that is like the media is now afraid to really get honest about it. The media is really
Why?
afraid because he has demonstrated a willingness to do illegal, unethical things. I mean, he almost got Jimmy
There's
Kimmel kicked off the.
consequences.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
real consequences, and Jimmy Kimmel was lucky in the fact that he was famous.
Okay, speaking of that, I want to be honest. I haven't really admitted this to anyone. I'm a little. I'm down on Jimmy Kimmel.
Wow.
I was very bummed out overall at his response. That monologue where he came back, I thought it was too reconciliatory and too saying the right thing and being. Maybe it's a reaction in me.
Yeah,
You don't have anything to apologize for.
Right.
It's a free
Right.
speech issue.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to do is I'm identifying as a Christian and honoring Erica Kirk. Is that her name?
Mm-hmm.
I felt like that's not necessary. You don't have to do a mea culpa, or you don't have to fence mend. Why are we always going the extra effort?
Well, that's yeah.
To do
I would agree with that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I would agree with
thought it
that.
was going to be a little more badass
Yeah.
than that.
Well,
and it's
he
not that I
has-
disagree with what he said.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was not empowered by that.
I think he said what he probably had a lot of advice, and people were, be the better man. I mean, and it's not hard to be the better man when
you
it
don't
comes
have-
to Trump. You know,
you
what
don't
I
have
mean?
to
But-
be the better man in that.
Yeah.
There is no better man. There's
There's truth and there's bullshit.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. No, look, I agree with that. I was sort of surprised that Jimmy Kimmel became the guy who was our free speech warrior. Like, out of all of those late night TV show hosts,
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that was the guy that the president fixated so hard on, and then the networks leaned on so hard. And I was also pleasantly surprised, though, that they let him come back. But I think, again, it comes down to dollars and cents, right? Like, so many people put pressure on the advertisers. They're like, look, we can't afford to not let him come back. So
Right. And
But-
yeah.
is that
Yeah.
do you hear the rain?
That's me.
Is that you? Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's Portland, man.
Wow.
Coming down.
Wow. Okay, last question.
Last one. Yeah.
Okay, I want you to think about this, buddy.
All right.
Okay. If a time traveler, either from the past or from the future, showed up today in 2025, what is the best advice you could give him about understanding this year?
You gotta if you want to have values, you gotta create them for yourself. You are the bedrock for yourself. I know.
Time traveler, Dan. Time
I
traveler.
know. Time traveler. Okay, you go.
I'd say you got to have values. They are the bedrock of who you are.
You're
Okay.
right. That is lame.
No,
Now that
it's
I hear
not.
it from
It's
you.
not lame. It's not lame. It's not. It's not lame. It's good. It's good advice. It stands the test of time. If it was a time traveler from the future, the best advice that I could give is just like, look, just be kind to us. We didn't know. We didn't know how bad it was going to get. We tried. We're extremely distracted. I'm still
Yeah.
trying to figure out what recycling bin some of my shit goes in.
Okay, got it.
Right? And hopefully the time traveler will be like, okay. Because I can assume, like, if it's a time traveler from the future, they're probably here to catalog what was it like before it all fell apart. And if they're a time traveler from the past, I would just be like, dude, go back and just warn everybody. Like,
That kind of advice. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know about advice. I would say if there was a time traveler from the past, I would say, yeah, I know. Yes. I know.
This is really the guy that you want to lead you.
Yeah.
This is what it comes. We defeated Hitler.
yeah,
Now you got this.
Exactly. I would say whatever we get emotional and hyped up, and we're a country of dopamine and short-term gratification. So look at them. Yeah. Woo.
Holy shit. Also, buy Bitcoin. AI is going to kill us. And buy stock in Apple.
Yeah, buy stock in Apple. And yeah, remember 2001 Space Odyssey? Well, yeah. It's happening.
All right.
And that's, you know what, and that's something we're kind of wrapping up here on a weird message. Something that I find hard about going through what we're going through is it's hard to find the comedy. It's all kind of we're desensitized.
We are desensitized. I mean, the thing that I'm constantly reminded of, any one of these scandals that Trump is currently, there's like 20
Right, would have
scandals
ended.
happening. Any
Would have
one of them
ended.
would have ended a presidency. Ended. Any one of them
Yeah.
would have been a major news story. And the fact that all of them are still playing out and nothing is changing is kind of stunning.
Yeah, what did, remember, what was his first name? Dean? Howard Dean?
Howard
Is that his
Dean,
name?
yeah.
Yeah, what did he do? Oh, we're going to...
And that killed him. That was the end
Done.
of his run.
Done.
Done.
Didn't do anything.
That was it. Didn't do anything. Didn't do.
Yeah.
He just made a weird noise. That was probably
kind of weird. It was fucking weird.
It was kind of weird, but it was just like that was it. That was the thing
I
that
know.
brought him
Over.
down. Over, and they played it to death over and over and over.
Yeah.
He's got to be somewhere going like, fuck, you know who's not in the Epstein files?
Yeah.
Oh! Me! Yeah. Oh my God! Yeah, that puts it all in perspective.
Okay, so
well, on that positive
to
note,
wrap up, so this is John Hamm.
John, 2026. Any thoughts? Okay, thanks, buddy. You're the best.
Can't do the voice.
Loved you in Mad Men.
I lost it.
That's okay. All right, buddy.
Okay.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Let me throw this out there.
Oh.
And just an idea. I keep thinking to my in 2026, you know, we're sitting here, Joe, and we're talking about comedy, and I keep coming back to this place. You know what? This is what we like to talk about. Let's start interviewing comedians.
Oh.
And be the kind of young comedian support you podcast.
We're going to support young comedians. We're not
going to support
comedians. Okay.
No, we're let's just make this about comedy. That's
wow.
We're always talking about it. So
yeah.
let's
what do you say, friends, fans?
What do you think? Let us know. Let us know.
Yeah.
Should we
would
make this about comedy?
Would you like to see us interview more? Explain about comedy?
And in the process, we'll have a lot of interesting conversations.
I think so. Okay. Let us know.
Let's consider that for the new year
consider
resolution.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
Peace
out.